Hello, hello, hello. Autoimmune Prepper back. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk to you about the upcoming stimulus payment. I know I did a video prior asking, I believe, are you planning to spend your money on some great preps? Have you thought about what it is you would spend the money on? So I'm just kind of revisiting that subject, especially since we're this close to those funds finally being issued out. So I just want to read a snippet of a CNN article to you guys with respect to the stimulus. So the article is a CNN Politics article. What happens next with the COVID relief bill? And when could you see another stimulus check? So this is, I believe, categorized as stimulus check number 3. And then it goes on to say, let's see, Senate passage of President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill on Saturday brought the massive legislation one step closer to law. Excellent. But the first bill has to go back to the other side of the Capitol, where the House, which has already passed its own version of the bill, is scheduled to vote Tuesday, which is tomorrow, to approve the changes made in the Senate. The vote is expected to succeed on a party line, as it did in the Senate, with a narrow Democratic majority. Only after the House passes the Senate version would it land on Biden's desk. Let's see. After that, the turnaround time between it being a more than 600-page bill and money in people's pockets could be relatively quick. People could start seeing their $1,400 stimulus payments in their bank accounts within days of Biden signing the bill, which is expected to happen soon after the House votes on Tuesday. Let's see. For the previous pandemic stimulus bill, the Internal Revenue Service started sending out the second round of payments that were worth up to $600 at that time, 3 days after then President Donald Trump signed that bill in late December. But it's possible that tax filing season, which is currently underway, could slow down the process this time around. The payments do not go out all at once. Those whose bank information is on file with the IRS would likely get the money first because they would get direct deposit into their accounts. Others may receive paper checks or a prepaid debit card in the mail. Still, millions of people could be at risk of missing out because the IRS does not know how to reach them. An estimated 8 million eligible people did not get the first stimulus payment worth up to $1,200, which was approved last year and delivered over the spring and summer. While most people receive the money automatically, very low-income people who don't normally file tax returns may have to take an extra step to register online or file a 2020 tax return. This time, individuals earning less than $75,000 and couples earning less than $150,000 would receive a full $1,400 payment plus an additional $1,400 payment per dependent. Per dependent. Wow. Wish I had a few more dependents around here. No, I'm just kidding. But the third round of checks would phase out faster than the earlier payments, completely cutting off individuals who earn more than $80,000 a year and married couples earning more than $160,000 a year, regardless of how many children they have. Payments would reach about 90% of families, according to an estimate from the Penn-Wharton budget model. And then it goes on to talk about unemployment benefits. But the only reason why I'm even reading the article to you with respect to the stimulus payment is because, like I said earlier, I wanted to go back and revisit how do you plan on spending your stimulus payment. I mean, you don't have to broadcast it. This is just food for thought. Again, this is just a video. This is just my analogy. This is my opinion and just some information that I'd like to discuss and share. And of course, you're always welcome to leave your comments down in the comments section. Let's have a chat about it. You may have some wonderful ideas that maybe I didn't think about or go over because I can't think of everything. I can think of enough. And from my own experience. So, great minds think alike. Other people in the comments section, you can put in there, what your ideas are. So, with that being said, give me a second. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so I'm in business when I bring out the pointer, right? Okay. So I have to write stuff down because if not, I'll forget some of the things that I would like to cover. So I have my handy dandy extra large Post-it paper that I do that with my handy dandy pointer. Okay, so here we go. So as stated earlier, we're going to be receiving $1,400 stimulus. Well, many people will. Unfortunately, not everyone. So $1,400 plus, because if you have dependents or you're married, you're going to have more than $1,400 in stimulus money. So the video, I just want to encourage everybody to be strategic and be intentional on how you spend your stimulus money. I've said it before, sit down, do an inventory of what you have, what you don't have, excuse me, what your needs are, just jot them down, revisit the list, especially while you have time before these funds come out. So that way, when the money comes, you will know exactly what it is you want to spend it on. You won't go out spending blindly or recklessly. You'll be strategic and you'll be intentional because you have to make this $1,400 go as far as possible. So just some of the things I wanted to go over again, especially if you're prepping and you're putting stuff together for you and your family, for your emergency purposes, for whatever the reasons may be, blackouts, the usual, job loss, illness, etc. So solar generators are, at the top of a lot of people's lists of things that they would like to accomplish or buy, something that they would like to add to their prepping items. But if you get the solar generators, don't forget to get your panels, because you want to be able to charge your generators in case there is a power outage. So you'll need the sun to do that. I know Amazon has Blue Eddy. That's a good generator, as well as the Jackery for $999. Again, you do what your budget allows you to do. These are just simply suggestions from me, but you do your research and you get what's suitable for you. Okay? I don't want nobody getting in the comments saying anything sideways. These are just suggestions. And again, if you have suggestions and I haven't gone over them, please feel free to put them in the comments. But as always, I ask, just keep it cute. There's a lot of nastiness going on out in these YouTube streets. And, I don't want any parts of it. So I just have to say, these are just my ideas, my suggestions, and I hope you all enjoy them. I hope I put some up here that you forgot about, or it's something that you would be interested in, okay? So on with it. Okay, your food and water. Obviously, if you haven't already started prepping, this is something that you want to start with first. Then you may be interested in developing a new skill, like I am, and you may want to invest in a pressure canner. And if you do that, make sure you get all of your good supplies that goes along with that, meaning your jars, lids, extra lids, because these things seem to be scarce in some areas. I know it's been hard for me to find some the past couple of weeks. The sizes that I want anyway. You may be interested in vacuum sealing, so a vacuum food sealer. The supplies that go along with that, the bags, the rolls, extra of those. You can take your money and apply towards that. Seeds, if you're into gardening or if you want to start to garden, just make sure you get all extra fertilizer or food for your garden, your plant foods. Excuse me. Propane heaters. Make sure you get the propane to go along with them. I would think, since we're heading into spring and summer at this point, they may be a little cheaper. I would, pick up something like that, just thinking ahead of time, so I would have it for next winter. So, you may want to think along those lines as well. There's a portable refrigerator freezer. Like I said, you have medication and you want to keep it cold, and there's a power outage and you have your generators. You can plug this small refrigerator freezer and have your medication in there and still be fine. Now, I had never heard of this or seen one before. I follow Lead Farmer 73. He has a YouTube channel. Very nice guy. And I saw him talk about this. So I thought I would share it. Maybe you haven't saw it. If you have, good. If not, then I'm going to share it. But this is what it looks like. So it's pretty neat. On here, it says it's $269.99. It's a 30 quart. So when we're talking about adding valuable assets to our prepping supplies, I think that would be something good if you need something like that. Bed risers. You want to raise your bed. If you live in an apartment or you live in a space that you feel like you don't have enough room to prep or to buy food and water and store it away, get the bed risers. Lift the bed up and put these items stored up underneath your bed. You may want to pay off some debt. You want to do micro wins where you have little baby steps. If you have a credit card that's, maybe $200-$300 and you owe maybe $150 or something like that towards that card, pay off some debt. Now, I'm not suggesting at all that you have a $5,000 debt and you take your whole $1,400 and pay something like that off. But let me just say, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't do that. There's other areas that you can spread that money out across. But, if you can pay off some of your debt, if you have it, go ahead and do so. And please keep in mind, again, these are suggestions. You have to do what's best for your family, but sometimes to hear other people talk about things, it kind of, turns a light bulb on for us. So, Invest in yourself. Maybe take a course if there's something that you want to learn, something that's going to be beneficial to you in the long run. Educate yourself. You got to bet on you. You may want to start making a medical kit. You can go to the 99-cent store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, all those places, and start to build a medical kit. If you don't want to buy a pre-made kit, or maybe you can do both. Maybe you can buy a pre-made kit and add to that kit. That's something that you can do as well. So on to page 2. Extension cords. You're going to need some extension cords to plug up these generators that you have, all depending on how far your other items are from your generator. So maybe extension cords you can, get, walkie-talkies, CB radios, and the like. I hear people talk about ham radios, so maybe that's something you may want to invest in with your money. Portable gas stoves. Make sure you get your butane and your propane. Get extra of those, because without them, you cannot use your portable gas stove when you need to. Water purification system. I know I would like to get one. I hear people talk about Berkey's. So I'm going to do my research and see, which water purification system I would like. But that's something else you may want to take into consideration. Security cameras for your home and your property. Tents. Good backpacks to put together your bug out bags if you haven't already started working on that. The reason why I say tents is because I've seen individuals or videos like when it's cold and you have to huddle up and you want to keep your family warm. I see that they've set up tents inside their home, and that's the way to keep warm. So just some extra supplies to have at your home. And if you're a person that's going to bug out, maybe that's something you want to have in your arsenal to have with you. Spare wheelchairs, canes, and walkers. So for my people who have mobility issues, you may want to think about having these spare items just in case. You want to have a spare. There's nothing wrong with that. In case you have to move quick and you can't find one, you have a couple of other ones laying around or stored away for your use. So that's my little list of ideas on, what you may want to spend your stimulus money on. So it's $1,400 plus. So a little can go a long way. You just have to be strategic in your spending. It can be done. And you're going to feel so happy because you're going to achieve such a milestone, adding to your preps or starting your preps. But that's all I wanted to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good ideas. And again, please feel free to leave your comments, any suggestions that you have that might be useful for someone else, something that, I may not have thought of. And it may be something that I would like to purchase or invest in when stimulus comes. So just be smart, be strategic, and be intentional with your shopping. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. And don't forget to start every day with an attitude of gratitude. I'm trying to slide over here so I can see you guys before I go. Hey. Okay. Well, I'm going to go now, but please give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.